All right, black-red Aristocrats. Let's do it. I always like to start out for the folks new. I'm doing a little bit of a description here. So the Aristocrats in Magic is jargon that refers to a deck style that likes to sacrifice its own creatures for some type of value. So in this particular case, the primary Aristocrat in a lot of these standard Aristocrats deck is Priest of the Forgotten Gods here. Sacrifice 2 creatures, draw a card, your opponent loses some life and loses a creature, you gain some mana. We get a lot of different synergies for sacrificing our stuff, whether it's Mayhem Devil, whether it's Judith, whether it's Chandra, giving us lots of stuff to sacrifice, or Mask of Immolation. A lot of different things to do. Yes, the original of this archetype, the name pays homage to during RTR Innistrad Standard, when Falcon Wrath and Cartel Aristocrats were cards that allowed you to gain value by sacrificing your creatures. Oh. Gen Con just emailed out the food truck schedule. Listen, as someone who doesn't have a lot of strong opinions on most things Gen Con related, the food trucks are excellent, and if you're ever going for the first time, you should make sure to eat at them several times. They rotate midday. They're good stuff. Since I have a Bontu in my opener here, I'm gonna bottom a Firebrand, because if I flood out a little bit, Bontu can help fix that. Primal, I don't know what that card does, Ant. Yeah, I mean, I commented on this earlier, right? Underlords is a new game. They changed enough stuff that you should be thinking about Underlords as a brand new game. If you take everything you knew previously and throw it away. You know, honestly, maybe I do need to change the Planeswalker thing. Good call. Good call. I'm still getting used to doing that in my normal flow of things. It might be with adding Shocks and Lightning Strikes to this deck that I want 4 of this card, because her stock just goes way up in a world where she has spells to flashback to. So, I sacrificed before attacking because I didn't want them to block and then make me not be able to activate my priest. So basically, I guaranteed myself a card draw by doing that, but potentially gave up some points of damage. Alright, so big, dumb green creatures, huh? Noxious Grasp is probably great. Noxious is probably all I want here. Just trim a couple of Lightning Strikes. That seems fine. I could have responded to a block. Sure. But then I end up in the same place that I'm at, right? So I might as well just, like, cut to the chase. The sideboard in here is kind of non-committal. We've got like 7 cards for the control matchup and then a spattering of different removal, which seems fine. Yeah, they're probably a manipulation deck, which generally speaking, we beat these decks by going under them. By like killing their mana creatures like you saw there. The Vakai, thank you for the 4 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for sending your Prime back this way again. This card with multiple Mayhem Devils is really funny. Although if they play an elf on one, we're going to kill that. That's a good pickup. This card kills them very quickly if they don't trade, so they frequently take this trade, and we're just like, yep, that trade's fine. As you will. Alright, they go land Nissa. We could be a bit behind. If they don't go land Nissa, we're going to be in a good spot. Just a Hydra deal. Boop. Yeah, this really felt like one of the breakthrough changes I had last season. Do y'all want to see a neat trick? Do y'all want to see a neat trick? What if we dealt 3 damage to your Leaf Kindred before you sacrificed a creature? How would that make you feel on the inside? Bye, Felicia. Alley-oop. And this one's gotta eat, right? It's beautiful. Do do do. Boo do 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 do. I think it's awesome, Ben. In fact, I've talked a little bit about it on stream. Oh, do they have a mass manipulation? I think in order for games like Underlords to be successful in the long term, they are going to need to regularly be updating. So they're dead to a land. If we draw a land, they're dead. If we draw a land, they're dead. If we draw a land, they're dead. Come on. Papi! Eat a little mayhem in my life. Boo doo 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 doo. Do 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 do. Triggers. Whee! Bontu kill, best kill. Man, I thought we had Deck of the Days picked out already, but that's just supreme. The cheese stands alone, okay, chat? The cheese gator stands alone. Shishisha! Thunk, 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 thunk. Ooh, I feel like this is appropriate now.
Don't make your life garbage time. Join us in Hoagland Dia today by subscribing to Jeff Hoagland with Twitch Prime today.
Alright. I think I want a third Noxious in my sideboard. He's awesome, Bob. He's awesome. I think I want a third Noxious Grasp for matchups like that, so I can just straight swap Lightning Strike for Noxious Grasp. But what does that mean I want to cut? Probably cut this third Tibalt. It's probably not unreasonable. The 5-color deck was a lot of fun, dude. I'm actually going to throw it up on the website. That game would have been a lot less exciting if we that game would have been a lot less exciting if we hadn't drawn the land. Curve's great. It's okay, Dude Light. I'm planning to run long today. We're definitely gonna get to White Red Angels. I think we're gonna do White Red and Yarok. It's been a while since I've done a long stream. We ended a little early yesterday. A Boreal Grazer. Rude. Is that a Scape Shift deck? You know what's really good against Scapeshift, chat? You know what's really good against Scapeshift? Mayhem Devil's really good against Scapeshift. In the most hilarious way is Mayhem Devil good against Scapeshift. Did Fandom get mad at me for dropping yesterday? I have no idea. I haven't talked to them. Alright, I think we strike this, Firebrand this, hit them for 1. I believe Jessupinator is one of the Jessups, but I don't know that for sure. Yeah, Esper Control, that was card for card. The deck that won the tournament the previous week won it again. BBD finished in the top 4, Autumn 1. They were playing the same 75, I believe, with only 2 cards from M20 in it. Oh, BBD had Tombbound Liches this time? Okay. How's the landscape looking? Are we gonna move things around? Yeah, we also just didn't have enough aggression that game to kill them. Even if we had Mayhem Devil. We would need a lot of them. Shock doesn't seem very good. Mask doesn't seem very good. It gives me like 5 free-ish slots to play with. Duress is probably good enough. Tibalt's probably fine. Maybe I don't want all 4 Duress. Let's give this a go. Yeah, I think with Mayhem Devil and like a little bit of Duresses, we can probably just kill them most of the time. Yeah, I left the Lightning Strikes in Mindless Funk. I just cut the Shocks because they don't kill Grazer. That bad control player, thank you for the 13 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Hope you're having an excellent start to your weekend wherever you are in the world. Yep. Hey, Demon Dactyl. Thanks for the quarter viewer support. Hope your Friday is treating you well wherever you are. There's the little devil himself. I guess this could theoretically have gotten Spell Pierce there. Their start is real slow here. This is a pretty good turn. So this will deal 6 total. We get 4 triggers. And then they lose 2. And then we get to Duress them plus play Footlight Fiend. And we draw a card. Hey, Loma's Love. Thanks for doling out that sub-gifty. Oh, and then Mayhem Devil makes them sacrifice too, right? And we drew a red source to play this Fanatical Firebrand. Oh, that sucks, Loam. Yeah, the heat's been real bad. It's like a pretty, that was turn 4, right? It was like a pretty good turn 4. I think I'm happier with how we sideboarded to Tibalt. Pretty close to the same list as before. Or a few, I've got like some spot removal in the main deck to try and leverage Chandra a bit more. So I know this hand was a greedy keep, but if you look at the cards in this hand, they're all the cards that I want in this matchup, so I think this is a reasonable speculative keep. AC at 70 degrees. We don't quite run ours that hard. If they play a blocker, we'll play Priest. If they don't play a blocker, we'll play Dreadhorde Butcher. $72. Y'all run your stuff real cold. We usually keep ours about 75 to 76 or so. Yeah, exactly, Bob. And like, especially if you're like going inside and outside at all, like when it's 100 outside and your inside temp is like 70, you're 75, you're like, you feel very different. It feels much cooler. All right, so I think I'm gonna Dreadhorde Butcher here and then Priest, because this gives me mana and lets me draw a card. And then I can play Mayhem Devil. Chandra's an excellent pickup, obviously. Written as 50, but I doubt it was ever actually achieved. Good golly. Have you developed dad senses for people messing with nearby thermostats? Well, in my office, I hear when they mess with it. Ooh, opponent's doing something very close to what we're going to be doing later. I wouldn't be surprised if they concede to this. That's a Paddlin. They're going to take 5 total here, and they're going to lose their Yarok. Yarok doubles Field of Rune triggers. Oh, that's another Mayhem Devil. Oh, puppy. I like main deck Scape Shift Hate, chat. I like main deck Scape Shift Hate. Yeah, Field of Rune triggers Mayhem Devil as well. Don't tell Scotty, cause Scotty doesn't know. If this is actually one of the Jessups, they know. They know they're dead. No, they're dead because of the escape shift. This deals 6 to them. Look at him. Look at him on his flaming wheel of pain. They were gonna be dead regardless because Mayhem Devil would have let us 0 Chandra and then sack these to deal 4, 5, 6. I guess we would have needed a land, huh? Ooh, they have Plaza of Harmony. Tricky, tricky. They're trying their darndest. They are technically not dead on board. They are dead. They are dead, but they're not dead on board. Oh, I guess we still need a land, huh? We do still need to draw a land. If we had a red source, the Fanatical Firebrand is lethal. Because this is only 6. Oh, they have to sack a zombie. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do, Triggers. Mayhem Devil. Mayhem Devil. Feeling a teensy bit devilish, chat? I'm feeling a teensy bit devilish. Should there be 4 Chandras in this deck? There should probably be 4 Chandras in this deck, shouldn't it? Twelve Chandras. Yeah, I started doing that a couple days ago, Sean. Oh, and you're dead. And you're dead. Well, I thought I was gonna attack with Dreadhorde Butcher. I think I am still. It might have been right to attack and then, like, play Mayhem Devil. I don't know. Getting this ticking up is, like, really valuable. Really wanted to draw a creature there. I think I just play this and pass. I think I just play this and pass. Sure. Why do I want to shock the elf? Why do I want to shock the elf? I want them to play the elf. This is the god draw. In a way. I mean, we're definitely wiping their board. I'm just trying to figure out how. Like, in what way do I want to wipe their board? So, like, do I sack Bontu because I can get him back? Get her back? I think I want to bin Bontu and Devil here. Is that crazy? I feel like that's not crazy. Especially with drawing 2 lands here. No, I don't want to swing first. I need to take the boar out of the way. God, this deck, well, this has just been, this deck's just been hot fire in this set. They're like down to 6 and I have 5 in my hand. This is just such a fun combination of cards.
Let's see some panic in the streets. What's that? Something smells rotten. Wait, that might be me.
I decided to keep the Devil over the Butcher because I know Bontu's coming back up. Yes, yeah, exactly, Twin. The pinging covers a lot of the typical weakness you have in sacrifice decks. Am I gonna play Historic when Standard rotates? Whether or not we play Historic is going to directly depend on whether or not we think this Standard format is good or bad. Because Historic, when it gets released, since they're not giving us new sets because they hate fun, we're not, like... if this Standard format's not good, Historic is basically just the Standard format. How is this deck against Esper? It's okay. Sometimes you get picked apart. If they don't have Cry of the Canarium, you're usually okay. If they have Cry, you usually have a bad time. A 4th Chandra should help that matchup too, though, honestly. I don't even know how I want to sideboard here. Like, normally I'd bring in, like, some mix of these cards, but because they're going as big as Pig, I feel like I don't. Noxious Grasp might kill some of their stuff still. Maybe this is a little bit kind of medium, especially on the draw. I'm gonna swap these out. That sounds fun.
And it's supposed to be hotter than the surface of the sun, so we have to do inside activities.
Can we go to the theater that serves food?
It's more expensive.
It's so much better, though. Chat, shouldn't we go to the theater where they serve us food while we watch the movie?
The kids just want popcorn anyway.
Their-
Every movie theater has popcorn.
Their popcorn was actually better, I think.
Okay, but the difference is, like, a lot of money per ticket.
Listen, it's less than the sub-gifts Bob just gave, so I'm gonna use Bob's sub-gifts to go to the nicer theater.
Chet, don't you think it's stupid to spend extra money on theater tickets?
Bob approves. Bob approves. It's not your money, it's Bob's money. Man, if they can't kill Priest, the game is over. Oh no, don't burn her down. Don't do it. Have a heart. Have a heart. Gosh, if we get to untap with this game is just over again. Now they might be waiting for us to play something here. Like they might have a lightning strike or a shock and are waiting for us to put creatures into play.
Won't lie, I'm a pretty brave pilot.
Like, we could go to the $4 movie theater.
Oh, is it playing at the really cheap one?
No, well, the one we haven't been to. It's like the extra, like, garbage one.
Dude, the extra you're really upselling this. We haven't been to this one. It's the extra garbage theater. Man, you're a really good salesperson. You know that?
Okay, it's like, I think the difference was
Buy popcorn for everyone. Thanks for the gifts, tutors.
it's
Happy
like
Friday.
a $5 per person difference between.
It's really gonna be okay, I promise.
But the cheaper one has the better chairs, and the more expensive one has the lights at the seats that the boys play with all the
Kuntz, thank you for the biddies, and Bob doling out some more sub gifties. Thanks, folks. Y'all are great. Y'all are great. They actually didn't kill my Chandra for some reason.
Here.
So, Mayhem Devil, kill your board?
Go get him, buddies.
Opponent made a bit of an oopsie poopsie there.
I'm taking the voice thing tonight. Bye.
Woohoo! Love you.
Where's the gushers?
Your oldest son stole all of the gushers out of my drawer.
There's one package left.
Oh, you want to give me a yogurt while
There's
you're
more
here?
in the closet. Oh, you're
Here. Look at this, is great. My home office is self-delivering now. She's the
coffee
one.
brownie? That sounds gross.
That sounds gross. That sounds
I
delicious.
don't even like coffee.
I mean, maybe I like coffee brownie. Listen, chat, yogurt is the perfect snack. It's candy that disguises itself as health food. This stream is in no way sponsored or endorsed by Chobani, but Chobani, if you're out there, it certainly could be.
I think it's Chobani. Love you.
Love you too. I think, so the more I play this deck, especially with the...
Do you want this door open? The temperature difference
Yes.
is pretty significant.
Yes, please. I had it close to you watching TV. I think Chandra's actually better than Judith. What do we think about that? I don't think I want more threes, but I think Chandra's actually better than Judy here. What are our thoughts on that? Is that the cut? I feel like that's the cut. Yeah, Mask is definitely replacement level. I think if I wasn't gonna play Mask, I think if I wasn't playing Mask, I would play 2 more Grim Innates, or I would play another Lightning Strike and another Shock. Hey, thanks for the biddies, Jace the Man Sculptor. And Ninja Turtle, thanks for staying on. Food Theater. I feel like I don't have room for Night. Maybe these slots should be Night. Should we try Night? I feel like we should try Night just for good. I feel like for posterity's sake, we should try a couple Nights. It's just like a genuinely good card, right? And it scales. It scales well. Mask does help when you don't have Priest. It is another way to sacrifice things. I've been meaning to try Knights. It's just an individually very powerful card, even if we don't have a ton of turn 1 black sources. So I think that's a good idea. I don't know if Zero Mask is correct, but I definitely want to make a point to try Knight while we're searching for optimal things here. Huh. I could see that being right, Bob. Just like drag the curve down. Fewer threes could be a good idea. Just like get off of Judith altogether. I've been impressed with Mask when I fled out. Yeah, I could see that. Mask gives extra reach, yeah. Yeah, I don't like... Judith's a powerful card, but I honestly think she's just a worse 3 than Devil and Chandra at this point. Yeah. Yeah, you're on the same wavelength. Yeah, see? Dreadhorde Butcher kills Paradise Druid almost every time. People know what's up. Card's really strong.
Artifact can only punish you if they catch you.
Yeah, Mask being a draw 2 for Bontu is great. I think I actually wanted Judith first here. I think I wanted Judith here since I have her. I know we're talking about cutting her, but I think it's right to play her over these other ones at the moment, just because I want to get this to a point where if it fights, it dies.
Have at it, boys.
Wow, it's another pig deck. Weird. Weird. If they don't kill me... they die on the untap, right? Because this does 2, this does 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to kill this. Just build your own lightning bolt. Super fork bolt.
Doesn't always work out how you want.
We've been out memed. We've been out memed. Oh no. Oh no, that's awesome. You know, I've not been impressed with Razebore in the past, but that's awesome. I'm gonna put that in the queue with some of the subs from Bob. For Teamer, Agent Pig. Secret Agent Pig, we'll call it. I don't know that I'm gonna concede. I think we're dead from here. I'm just not gonna. That ain't even mad. Ain't even mad. Towards Agent Pig sounds good too, Duress. Agent Pig will be up on Monday for sure. Do I even sideboard? I'm like thinking about the cards they're playing, and I feel like none of my sideboard cards are very good here, right? We didn't concede because we lost. We did it out of respect. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Big Beanie, thanks for the biddies. Yeah, the fact that Teamer lets you ramp up into it is really sweet. And the other thing that's sweet about the design is that Agent at your top end gives you another big thing to ramp into. That's really nice. Hey, and opponent's seen enough. They did their thing last game. We did our thing this game. Hey, Genesis, thanks for the sub gifties. I appreciate it. We're going to swap, after this match, regardless of win or loss, we're going to swap the Judas into Masks to see how that feels. YouTube ad money is a very little bit of revenue, but ultimately, the main payoff from YouTube is there's a lot of people like you who watch a lot of my stuff on YouTube and then come here on Twitch and sub on Twitch, even though they watch a lot of stuff on YouTube mostly. The London Mulligan is just so good. It's such a huge quality of life change. Such a huge quality of life change. I'm gonna leave up my shock here just in case they have lag. I don't know, a ramp dork or an elemental or something. Chandra's so good with Bontu too, just because she makes so many bodies.
It's better than having a plan. Basically, hey, these little guys are great.
Oh no. Oh no. We've been swept away, chat.
Well, that's rude.
Well, that's rude. I agree, Chandra. We are on the same page. Regret from bottoming the second Chandra. It was right. Yikes! Their last card is Pig. Is this an Agent of Treachery? I feel like their last card after this Pig is Agent of Treachery. If they don't have a payoff past this, we could be okay. If they have an agent, we're dead. Whoa! I accept. We've been out memed. We've been out memed. Ready to watch professional Magic play? I am super excited for Neoform to exist at the Pro Tour. I think it's going to be really funny. Yeah, look how beautiful this curve is. 10, 10, 3 removal, 8, 3. That looks really nice. Real decks have curves, chat. Real decks have curves. For the person who just asked for the Neil Scholl video, that's a YouTube video of us playing it. Yikes. I think we just keep this and hope to run off some lands here on the draw. Maybe I'm supposed to keep the Firebrand because they're gonna play an elf. Yeah. Maybe I'm supposed to keep Firebrand there so I can kill this. All right, we hit a third land here. We get to do this, which keeps up with a lot. Like, if they play Nissa here and we hit a third land, we might be able to race a Nissa, depending on what their other payoffs look like. Gotta fade Omnath here, unfortunately. Yep. The London Mulligan is the biggest improvement to Magic the Gathering since the game was created. Just cannot put into words how much better the London Mulligan has made this game. All right, this game is probably over. This game's probably over. so cute. I assume they're stacking Hydra increases. We started on 5 cards this game. Alpa, thank you for the third of the year support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Man, I can't just tag every deck as a favorite today, right? That's too many. It's been a while since we've had this many just like awesome runs in the same day. This is definitely going in it. This, like, the turns we've had with this deck today have just been absurd in the most awesome ways. I need to go back and look at the rest of them, though. This is definitely getting one of the tags. I might actually tag both modern decks this morning, too. Both the modern decks we played today were excellent. If you're someone who likes my non-rotating format content, who can stomach Magic Online, both Jeskai Tempo and 4-color Elementals this morning were off the charts. Yeah, just Priest into Chandra is just what I want to do every game. I would assume, Wraithmax, that their deck is basically green-red monsters with Agent splashed in. I'm leaning on Mountain here, because having to shock this in later isn't a really big cost, and I'd like to kill an elf on too. Well, they did have Dream Eater, that's true. No, I'm definitely going to get to Angels today. In fact, Christy told me when she left that she was going to take the kids somewhere after school, so I'm gonna do 2 more decks today. It's been a long while since we've had a long day. Had a lot of really awesome support. Kick off a great start to the weekend. I'm going to take the entire weekend off like I have been, so we're going to have a nice long one today.
Anyone need a match? No, go get 'em, buddies.
Alright, so how about we zero this? Memekin was good today too. We've just had pretty much all great sets. Shock this. Activate this. Sack these. The Footlight Fiend trigger kills this. They have to sacrifice the Cavalier Thorns. Oh, really? See, I think this matchup's pretty okay for us. I think we can get aggressive and get under them a lot of the time. Like this Nissa isn't even good against Priest Chandra, right? Like Priest Chandra just like takes their thing every turn. The Elemental Balls deck was really good today. And like even this, right? I get to take this and move it over to here and then throw this at them because it's going to go away at end of turn anyways. This card's good with Chandra too, like. I guess I'll have to watch this morning stuff on YouTube then, but in the meantime, can we run Jeskai Tempo back? Yeah, definitely. Jeskai Tempo is my favorite modern deck right now, not close.
The land shall conquer you.
Okay, we might lose from here. Taking Priest off the table is what they needed to do. Taking Priest off the table means I don't have an answer to Nissa anymore. That's actually not true. So we get to go shock this, flashback shock this, Immolation Mask on here, throw it at her. So like we're not in like a good spot right now, but like we are by no means just dead. Yeah, all the pieces of this deck have really fit in together nicely, for sure. Yeah, I think that's gonna be too much for us to overcome, but like we gave it the college best. If we hit if we run another priest off the top, we might be okay. Bontu maybe too could pull us back in. Veil's one we want to keep on our mind when we're making lines in the next game. She's dead, Jim. You've killed her. Alright, we can take the next one. Let's take the next one on the play. I think I'm happy with how we sideboarded. Let's just run it back. Yeah, I think so. This card seems like a solid upgrade for us too. So like gives us a way to like 1-for-1-ness at post board. Well, 1-for-1 if we can deal with the 3/3. Maybe my shock should be Lightning Strike's post board in this matchup. Because Lightning Strike kills Nissa lands and it kills their 0/3 mana dork. Especially when we're on the play and don't need the efficiency to kill land worlds as much on the play. Yeah, I think the shock should be Lightning Strikes right now that are in my deck. This start is very good. Another interaction we haven't actually seen come up yet today, but because we've been good at drawing Priest, Chandra Elemental's Sacrifice at end of turn, which triggers Mayhem Devil. So this is another interaction in this deck that's a lot of fun. Gives you another powerful axis to be smacking from. Would not be surprised if we just see a removal spell out of them this turn on the Dreadhorde Butcher. So we'll play this. Negate. Okay, interesting. If they have a Lava Coil for this Dreadhorde Butcher, we're going to be in a lot of trouble because we're kind of running out of gas here. So people talking about some of the original rules of Magic, talking about how there wasn't originally a card limit. So one of the, yep, rough beat. One of the reasons why there wasn't a card limit initially in Magic the Gathering is because Richard Garfield didn't envision people min-maxing to the degree that they did. Richard knew that he was creating cards that were better than some other cards, such as the Moxes, but he thought the scarcity of making them more rare and hard to get would keep people from playing lots of them. Like, he basically envisioned people would be playing sealed when they played Magic, when he first created it. Probably dead here. Unfortunately, their answers lined up really well into what we were doing this game. And we just kind of ran out of gas. Now, we're not just out of it. If we rip a Bontu off the top, we could maybe stay in, but definitely going to be a little bit uphill climb from here. Going to need to run a little bit good. Yeah, there wasn't anything like Magic before, right? He was inventing something that was just completely new. So, you want to kill Cavalier Thorns in response to its trigger if you can, because this way, whatever they put on top of their deck just goes right back into their graveyard. So it basically doesn't do anything, because looking at your top 5 or whatever is not optional. Bontu is lethal. God, this has been such a, I feel like I only have time for like one more, maybe. I feel like I just want to end here on a super high note. I feel like this set has been unrealistically good, and I want the Gator stands alone. The Gator, but Mayhem Devil triggers. Mayhem Devil triggers. Yeah, I'm gonna end there. I feel like we've definitely peaked. That was a really awesome set. No, I mean done with this deck. I like to end decks on a high note. We're definitely doing 2 more decks today. 10 out of 10, I'm not going anywhere. I think we're just gonna wrap Aristocrats on a high note. I feel like the changes we made felt very reasonable. We didn't get a chance to test Knight. I think I'm gonna update the list on my site to include Knight just because it's an individually powerful card. But I feel like maximizing Chandra in terms of playing removal she can flash back seems like a good direction to take this. And Chandra really feels like she tied the room together. I do wish we would have gotten a red-black temple in this latest set release, because I would definitely play at least a pair of red-black temples in here, but I'm really pretty happy with the 75, and I think I like the Mask over Judith. Bringing the overall curve down makes the deck more aggressive, and I think it's in a really, really, really good spot here. So if you've been enjoying this archetype and have felt a little lost over the last week or so, this is a great place to take it, I think. You know, I would be lying if I didn't tell you I had thought about cutting Footlight Fiend just because it doesn't come in foil. But as nice as this a mass creature looks, I think Footlight Fiend is the better card. But if you're a foil purist and you want to cut Footlight Fiend, I would not shame anybody for cutting it for this, because then everything else is foil, you know? And everything else is foil. Makes us look like a pleb, yep. How are they supposed to know